Surprisingly, Anime Crusaders has somehow, some way, improved. If you asked me 2 to 3 weeks ago, maybe even a month and a half ago, I would not have said that there's really any chance for the game to come back. Now, do I think so? Well, yeah, I mean, every game has a perfect chance to come back, no matter what. Always. I mean, dude, you know what else came back? Me. As a sperm, I was sitting in the back of my dad's balls for years on end. I was the oldest one in there. I was in there for about 15, 20 years until 2005 when I was finally shot out, and I won that race. I was training my legs the entire time. My little wiggly sperm end, that was me. I had muscle on that thing. Back on topic, though. The update itself is, if I were to give it a rating, let me give it a straight-up rating, straight up off the bat, for those who just want to know if it's good or not. I give it like a 5.5, 6 out of 10. Straight up, best way I can do it, because the update itself, good characters and everything. I got Poochie immediately. I have not gotten Jotaro yet. I haven't evolved Poochie to Crusader. I might do it. I'm going to wait until vids come out to see how good he is, or until I pull Crusader on him, the trait. But right now, I'm not really too into doing it. But I did play the update. I played the new game mode. It is very, very similar to how the Dungeons and Anime Adventures worked. Now, you can farm rerolls now. Does it give you a lot? Not the most, but it's still possible. But it's better than the raid slop that they've been doing. Because, okay, why is there no X button? But, look, the past couple updates, can you see them from here? Let me see. No. Alright, so past couple updates, especially the past few, have been really bad. The Aizen update was terrible. I'm sorry to say, not only was it the one the whole drama thing happened, but you had to, I still haven't even, it's so bad I still haven't even gone and evolved Aizen. Like, because then I have to go to 50 pity for his wings, then I have to go to 30-something pity for his other item. It's too much. It's too much. It's too much. And now you have to go to 300 pity on Jotaro. And sure, you get 4 per run, but that's still like 70-something runs you have to do. Just terribly high. Terribly high. You do... The 75 runs, I believe it is, on the exact number. You do not need to go that far. The way you could have done it, very simply, this is the way I would have improved it, getting Jotaro, for example. Right here at the end, when you get to the boss room, on the hardest difficulty, make it so that there is a drop for the portal for Jotaro that is a 40 or 50% chance. Make it extremely hard, and make it only for the most difficult game mode on Roguelike, and make it get progressively more difficult. Maybe instead of having all of these different random paths, have it so that there is a easy path to take, medium difficulty, and harder, and depending on which one you go through, it gives you a higher and higher chance to get the Jotaro portal, but it is a harder stage that takes more strategy and actual difficulty. Another problem I do have with this event is the fact that you are immediately given the option to go through every single unit in the entire game. There's no grinding or random chance or actual roguelike qualities. I would not call this a roguelike game mode. I wouldn't. Simply by the fact that there's nothing roguelike really about it besides the whole shopping system and going through stages, because you can just immediately go and grab whatever unit you want. I mean, look at this. You have access to every unit on the game. On Wave 2, Wave 1, I can get Aizen out. Like, there's no difficulty behind that. Look at this and this is also the problem, because every single time you go through this game mode, there is a literal, like, best team for it. Almost every time. It's either you place down Aizen, place down, so I saw someone using power. Someone was using power and completely ripping through everything easily. Let me actually see if I can find her. Hold on. Where is she? There, right there. So, the strat I saw was just get power down, level her up, and apparently with her bleed, like, because for some reason every single enemy has regen, which is extremely annoying. I'm sorry to say that is extremely annoying. Because then you're basically forced to use a bleed unit, and by that standard, now that you have to use a bleed unit, you're basically forced to use one singular team comp. There's no best, there's just a best team comp at that point. You bring Eisen or Dio, bring bleed, and then you win. And that kind of takes away the whole point of the roguelike qualities, in my opinion, because you're then doing it for what? What's the point? What's the point of calling it a roguelike, of giving a challenge, if there's no strategy behind it besides just using the same best team? That's the problem I have with this game mode. There's nothing roguelike about it. It's a good game mode. It's a step in the right direction. Could it have been a little bit more creative? Yeah, a little bit. It's very, very similar to Anime Adventures. If you know, you know. It is extraordinarily similar. Am I saying y'all copied? No, I'm not. That's not what I'm insinuating. I'm just saying it's not very... you guys just need to add something that makes Crusaders actually just not feel like an Anime Adventures 2. Because that's what it feels like right now. That's what a lot of people feel like the game. Even Nagblocks himself says the game is just an Anime Adventures 2. And if that's what you guys are going for, you hit it on the mark. But let me tell you, you do not want to be an Anime Adventures 2. You seriously do not. That is not something you want to become, because we all know how that turned out. And another thing, the game mode's a little slow, in my opinion. Especially for the 300 pity 75 stages you need to hit on Jotaro. But, I mean, that's just a small nitpick. That's nothing crazy. It feels too... both, it's difficult and easy at the same time. But once you, but it's only really difficult the first time you do it. Once you figure out, what the actual strats are, it is immensely easy. Incredibly easy. Right? I mean, look at this. All I had to do was just get Eisen up to 78k, and then every unit that comes out of his range just instantly dies. Flyer, regen, or not, they just instantly die because that's his passive. You know? And that's just... I don't know. It just, to me, that takes away the point of the... that just takes away the fun of the game mode for me. Because there's just one straight team you use. That's it. And I haven't done the Poochie questline yet, so maybe it's really cool, right? Maybe the puzzle's amazing. I haven't done it yet, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm sure it's good. Or at least it might be. I don't know. I don't know if it's good or not, but I'm going to assume that it's at the quality of the rest of the update, so it's probably decent. But I do have to say it is a big, gruesome step up from the last one. When I say this update's a 5.5 out of 10, in comparison to the other updates this game has had, that is like an 11 out of 10 in comparison. But compared to both my standards and the standards that have been set by other tower defense games, this is like a 5.5. It helps the game, but it doesn't... The main problem with Anime Crusaders that I'm trying to get at is that there is no uniqueness that sets this game apart that makes you feel like this is a Crusaders game. It just doesn't feel like it. When you play Anime Crusaders, it is Anime Adventures 2. That's it. There's nothing about it that makes it feel like I'm playing a different title. I'm not just playing a remaster of another game. That's one of the problems I have with this game. It feels too similar to Anime Adventures. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? That's up for you guys to decide, but in my opinion, that's not a good thing. It's not a good thing. Having a game, your game should be different. Your game should set itself apart and have its own legacy. It's not just Anime Adventures 2. That's sucky. That's a horrible thing. So you guys need to figure out, maybe do a Crusader game mode or something. Something where you're building up the history, of a legendary unit. Like a Fate unit, or a Gilgamesh, or something like that. I don't know. You guys already done Gilgamesh, but there's just got to be something in here that sets me apart, because right now, this is good, but it's basically just the same dungeon system as Anime Adventures, just with a different name on it and a little bit of a different system. That's it. Right? So, I think the game has a lot of potential. As I say with every game, I think every game can succeed and be better. But that just comes down to the owners and the devs themselves on how far they're willing to push themselves, as well as how much they want their game to succeed and be different. So, you know, surprising turn. Very surprising turn that I was not expecting. You know, I was, you know, my personal opinion, I thought the update was going to be really bad. Keep it real, sorry to say. Expectations were low, and I came out, I went in thinking I was going to get a turd sandwich, and I came out with something a little bit less of a turd sandwich. So, in my opinion, that's a pretty good difference here. Not bad at all. I'm totally not going to lose here at the end, but you guys catch my drift and what I mean. I think the update's good. I don't think it's anything crazily special. It's nothing glaze-worthy. Absolutely not. It's nothing glaze-worthy. Just because me and Adam have fixed up things between us, I'm not going to glaze the game any more than I would have otherwise. I'm going to treat it exactly the same, keeping it straight. Update was okay. It was alright. I don't think Poochie should have been a banner. Excuse me, I don't think he should have been a banner Crusader. I think he could have had an extremely cool quest line tied to his original obtainment that's not just stuck behind. Because when you make a banner pity unit like this, even if the pity is only 2,500, you're still encouraging, at that point, you're going to be encouraging players to macro more than anything. And you've crafted this game mode specifically to make players enjoy physically playing. But then by adding the banner, you're basically undoing that. And it's stupid. It's stupid to do. It's very dumb, very counterproductive for what you're trying to achieve. So, yeah, I think the update's alright. I think it's just okay. Now that there's better ways to get rerolls, that's good. That's good for the game. Always good for the game. As long as they're obtainable, not locked behind paywalls and stuff, and it's possible to grind them but not get an infinite amount of them. That's perfectly fine. I just really hope you guys try to keep this. Don't do the ALS weekly updates with the traction and everything. It's better to do good updates for your game that will set its legacy for the future and build a community around it that wants to actually stick around and not just play your game because it's second fiddle. They do not want to play your game because it's filler. As I said, they do not want that. They want a game that they can come in and enjoy and actually love to play. That's what matters here. So hopefully you guys can do that. We'll see. We will see. So yeah, guys, that's going to be the video. Not really much else I want to talk about. The update wasn't that big. Wasn't really all that crazy, but it was certainly a step in the right direction that I have to give my congratulations where it's due. I do have to say that this is a very good step. Let's see if you guys can keep the momentum. I hope you can. I really hope you can, because I would love to see this game do better, especially with some of the games that are coming out in the future, especially ones that I know of. You're going to have some very tough competition in the future, so you need to step it up. Seriously, you do. Anyway, have a great one, everybody. I gotta go take a fat piss, like genuinely huge.